Reddit is suing Anthropic for allegedly scraping its data without permission. Volvo introduced multi-adaptive seatbelt technology. And AMC Networks are teaming up with AI company Runway. It's Thursday, June 5th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. Reddit filed a lawsuit against Anthropic, alleging that the artificial intelligence company behind the Claude chatbot has been using its data for years without permission. The lawsuit comes after Reddit has increasingly taken a hardline stance against scrapers and companies that use its data to train AI models. In their filing, Reddit alleges that Anthropic was training its Claude chatbot on Reddit data as early as December 2021. The lawsuit also includes a screenshot in which Claude seems to acknowledge it was trained on Reddit data. In a statement to Engadget, a Reddit spokesperson said the lawsuit was the company's final option to force Anthropic to stop its unlawful practices after repeated warnings. The spokesperson went on to say, "We believe in the open internet. That does not give Anthropic the right to scrape Reddit content unlawfully, exploit it for billions of dollars in profit, and disregard the rights and privacy of our users." Reddit's vast archive of online discussions has become a particularly valuable commodity for the company as generative AI companies race to train new models. The company has struck lucrative licensing deals with companies like Google and OpenAI for access to its data. Reddit CEO Steve Huffman has previously called out Anthropic, along with other AI firms, for scraping Reddit. Last year, the company took steps to limit automated scraping and warned AI companies that they would need to pay up. In their lawsuit, Reddit says that Anthropic refused to engage in discussions about licensing. This case is about the two faces of Anthropic, it said. The public face that attempts to ingratiate itself into the consumer's consciousness with claims of righteousness and respect for boundaries and the law, and the private face that ignores any rules that interfere with its attempts to further line its pockets. A spokesperson for Anthropic said, "We disagree with Reddit's claims and will defend ourselves vigorously." Volvo has introduced a new seatbelt technology that can customize the protection it provides in real time. The multi-adaptive safety belt system, as the automaker is calling it, uses data input from both interior and exterior sensors to change protection settings based on a variety of factors. It can take into account a person's height, weight, body shape, and seating position, as well as the direction and speed of the vehicle. The system can communicate all that information to the seatbelt in the blink of an eye so that it can optimize protection for the passenger. Now, if the passenger is on the larger side, for instance, they will receive a higher belt load setting to reduce the risk of a head injury in the event of a serious crash. For milder crashes, someone with a smaller frame will receive a lower belt load setting to prevent rib injuries. Volvo did not specifically say if the system also takes the position of a seatbelt on women into account, since it doesn't always fit right over a woman's chest. However, the automaker explained that the system expands the number of load-limiting profiles to 11. Load limiters control how much force a seatbelt applies on the body during a crash. Typically, seatbelts only have 3 load-limiting profiles, but Volvo expanding them to 11 means the system can better optimize the protection a passenger gets. Volvo used information from 5 decades of safety research and from a database of over 80,000 people involved in real-life accidents to design the new safety belt. The system was also created to incorporate improvements rolled out via over-the-air software updates, which the company expects to release as it gets more data and insights. AMC Networks has reached an agreement to generate marketing images and pre-visualize projects before they enter production using Runway's AI tech. Some other Hollywood companies have also agreed to deals with Runway. Other studios are also said to be testing models from various Gen AI companies. According to The Hollywood Reporter, however, AMC is the first cable company to agree to a deal with Runway. The publication noted that AMC's profits dropped by nearly half to $63 million in its most recent earnings report. Now, it's been suggested that the company is looking to reduce the costs of producing and marketing projects without letting quality drop. At least for the time being, AMC is not planning to include AI-generated imagery in its shows. But the company that brought the likes of Mad Men and Breaking Bad to the world thinks it will be able to sell viewers on shows and films using AI-generated images. Now, this is seen as a way for the company's networks to trot out a range of promotional material without the need to spend added time and money trying to capture images with a physical shoot. AI imagery will also be used in pre-production, ostensibly to help showrunners determine what may or may not work in their projects before filming even starts. In both use cases, AMC will be looking to lower costs by reducing the level of human labor that's traditionally needed in those arenas. Now, to do so, it will be relying on tech from a company that reportedly trained its AI models on thousands of YouTube videos, as well as pirated versions of copyrighted movies, without first obtaining permission. It is not clear whether AMC has given Runway the green light to use its shows and films for AI training purposes, as Lionsgate did. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Carissa Bell, Mariella Moon, and Chris Holt, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more tech news from Engadget.